What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am here in Zurich, Switzerland, and I am with Tier TCG as well as my YuGiOh TCG. Today, we have two separate videos. The first one is going to be Tier, where we're going to be going into all the world replica cards, as well as the lore behind the actual artwork and their names. And then the second one is we're going to be doing a comprehensive guide of my YuGiOh's TCG's whole collection, and I think that's worth viewing just on its own. Without further ado, we're going to start with the first video, and we're going to be viewing Tier's collection as well as every single World's replica card. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're gonna start off hot and we're gonna get right into the World Attendees cards.
We're gonna start with Conan, the Sports Mistress. This was distributed 2003, I guess. It was a World's promo attendee card.
Do you know how many copies there are of this?
There are not so many. I believe it's stated in the master guide, it's 1,600 copies in the book.
And this is actually Asian English, so if you guys don't know, that is like a specific region of release. It has basically English cards with Japanese card stock and this specific logo right here. So it has like the Japanese YuGiOh logo, while at the same time it has trading card game at the bottom. This is actually completely unique to Asian English cards, and these are the only cards that have that other than those. Kanan is also censored here. I noticed this is different than the original release. So the reason that this was actually chosen for Worlds is because this is actually the first attendees for the BLS tournament. This is the first 4-star monster with 1400 attack, and that was kind of game changer back then. It was really busted. Celtic Guardian hadn't been released yet, and because of this, this card was kind of like game breaking, and it's really renowned in the OCG side. So when they decided to port it over, they made it as an attendee. This came as an ultra rare initially in the BLS tournament, so you'd have like the steel cards. Anybody who attended that, and there's 400 copies of those, they got an ultra rare version of this, and that one was OCG only. And then the second release of this card was limited to 50 copies, which is called the Ultra Secret, and that one was basically an ultra rare with secret rare named text. That one's limited to 50 copies. There are some leaks, so it's around 100 total. That's what I heard from the Japanese guys, but this card is actually really prized by Konami. I'm not sure if you know this, like they protect this artwork. We only had it once in the TCG other than this, in Legendary Collection Yugi's World as an ultra rare. They don't really release it that often. It's a very, very unique card for sure. But yeah, that's Kanan. How much does this go for usually?
The last tournament I attended, I saw a faded copy, and this was around 600 euros.
Yeah, so in terms of value, I believe this goes for around like $500-600 raw, and then if it's sealed, you can get like $700 to $800. But yeah, that's Kanan. That's the first one. Next up, we have Sengenjin. This is a little bit more rare than Kanan, in my opinion. I see this a little bit less often. So the lore behind Sengenjin and why they chose this one as the prize card is because this card originally was released in Tokyo Dome. In Tokyo Dome, I think the first like attendees would get Magician of Black Chaos and Gate Guardian, and then the first qualifiers would get Trihorn, and then the people that go after that, they would get Sengenjin. That's where this card, like that's why this is chosen as like a attendees prize card. I think this is a really cool artwork. The main problem I have with this is that there is a EN copy that was released, and that one was printed to hell and back, man. Like every Toys R Us got like 100 of them. It was really diluted. This is an AE version, so you can see that it says AE right there, and again it has the AE back. The one that is diluted is the TCG one, and it says EN there, but still, like the fact that they released like the exact same card with pretty much the exact same picture, it's just annoying, man. Like Konami has to get their act together. They can't keep doing this to us. I think that this is a really awesome monster. I think the fact that they're vanillas is really awesome in my opinion, and just a beautiful card for sure. This is super rare. Yeah, this goes for around like $300-400. I think I mentioned that already. All right, next up we have the year right after, and this is Firewing Pegasus. Now this is by far the rarest one out of all 4 of the vanillas. So the reason that this was chosen is because, so you know how I was talking about the Tokyo Dome tournament, and then we got to Sengenjin. After Sengenjin, they released the Serpent Knight Dragon. The people who won that and qualified onwards, they got Firewing Pegasus. And basically only the top 3 of the Tokyo Dome tournament were able to acquire this card. There's 6 in the world of the OCG version, obviously. especially. And this card is just magnificent. This is by far the best looking one as well. Like this, the colors are just fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Every time you can see some red or orange artwork, it's just beautiful. I love it.
It has a lot of like that Takahashi style to it, because like you see the dark shadows. Like this is exactly what old Yu-Gi-Oh was about, that gothic dark look. Yeah, I absolutely love this. I'm trying to get this one in the ARS 10. Absolutely gorgeous card. And this goes for around like $1,000, sometimes a little bit less. Like if you find like an open copy, probably like $600-700. I'll probably say like conservatively, it's around like $900 to $1,000. Really, really, really nice card, and can't say enough good things. Firewing Pegasus. All right, and last but not least, in terms of the vanilla World Attendees prize cards, is Searu. The reason that this was chosen as an attendee prize card is because this card was originally debuted in the video game. So the video game had regular cards that you can pull from there, but around like 5% of the games seeded this, as well as Ultimate Great Moth, and this was chosen like from that game. This is highly regarded in the OCG. In my opinion, I think the price is quite insane for how many there are. Like there's a ton of like that, even though it's like 5%. I see them pop up on Mercari a lot. The thing is though, is that this is kind of like a condition rarity card, because finding this in good condition, like the original from the video game, is just next to impossible. Finding 9s and 10s is just ridiculous. But with this one, they basically re-released it in the TCG, and we did get it in the video game as well in DDS the second run, but this is the first and highest rarity copy for this card. This used to be very expensive. Like back when I was like looking like 2011, 2012, used to go for like $500-600. Now it dropped quite a bit because a lot of them have been listed recently. And this one is around the Sengenjen price, around $300 to $400, and sealed, you know, you can get up to $500, but it dropped quite a bit. I mean, back then it was like $700-800 easy in like 2011 back in the day. What's really unique about these is that now I mentioned like the Takahashi artwork on these. The thing about them is that they were actually originally drawn by Takahashi himself, and that's why you see the heavy cell shading. That's why you see the heavy like gothic look to them. These are all original Takahashi designs, and that makes them really, really awesome in my opinion. Amazing set of 4 cards. All right, so you've heard me yap a lot now about those cards. Now it's his turn, because he's a Yu-Gi-Oh historian when it comes to these replicas. He sourced the original inspiration behind these cards, why they were chosen for the respective cities and stuff like that. So without further ado, you can pass me the card and you can tell me all you need to tell me about each of these.
Gladly.
All right, so the first card we have here is the gorgeous Testament of the Arcane Lord. Tell me about this card, why it's so special.
Testament was the first replica match winner prize card.
Wait. So what does match winner mean?
A match winner is a type of an effect where you already won the best 2 out of 3 matches, duels, sorry. Because a lot of people or newer players don't know what a duel is or a match. A duel is 1 round of the game, and if you win 2 duels, you win the match.
Oh, I see. So it's like a best of 3 type of thing?
Best of 3, yeah.
I see. So basically when it says like, oh, you win the game, it means you win the match. So that means all you need to do is win 1 game.
Yeah.
And you don't need to win the match.
Exactly.
I see. So it eliminates the whole side decking thing then, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So this is the first widely released match winner.
Yeah.
And again, match winner means that it has the effect that if you reduce the life points to 0 during that game, you win the whole match. You don't need to win a second game.
He is the card why match winners are banned to this day or not legal for play.
Well, and that's why it says here, like, you can't play this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because back in the day, in the OCG, you couldn't surrender before turn 5. So most of them made dragon-type decks and just spammed Victory Dragon and just won the match before back then. Yeah. Now, a match winner isn't that much of a winning condition, or it wouldn't be, because most time you can just surrender.
So then how can you play the match winner then?
You can't. So Victory Dragon was playable back in the day in the OCG, but it's on the limited list signs.
I see.
Yeah.
That is super interesting lore, man. Holy, like, it's a gorgeous dragon. I love that it's called Victory Dragon too. That's so amazing. But yeah, anyway, tell me about the Arcane Lord. Like, what is this artwork about? Like, what does it represent, etc.?
Yeah, Testament of the Arcane Lords, as I said, was the first of the replica match winners. There were some match winners before him, but it was the first replica one.
Okay, and what's the lore behind the artwork?
Yeah, the lore behind the artwork, the first 4 match winners started from Testament. They all have some mythological background. So the newer ones are more city-based, but the old ones are mythology-based. This is Artemis of the Hunt.
Interesting.
You can see it on the card with some heavy spiky rocks. She's definitely on the hunt. She's a Greek goddess. I mean, it highly resembles a Greek statue. Yeah.
Wow.
This was released in 2006 and the replica in 2007. And the World Championship was in Akihabara in Japan.
And they only released replicas for the first place.
Yeah, that was back in the day. It was only for the first place, but now they also do
both.
second place. Yeah, I think for around 2-3 years. Yeah.
Interesting. Amazing. All right, what's the next card?
The next card is Chimera, the Master of the Beasts. This also has some mythological background. You can see it's a lion. It has a snaky tail, and also Greek mythology. It was a beast that was fearsome, and you just had to fight it to get a warrior or hero status. And you can see on all the match winners or all the first place match winners, they all have some golden texture.
I see it. Yeah,
Testament itself is pure golden. Chimera has a golden main.
Yeah, the main. Yeah,
that's one thing that gets through the whole series of the match winners. Yeah,
yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, we're gonna see it later on. Yeah, as we go through them.
Then the third one, that's him here.
Yeah,
Vanquished Warlord.
Why'd you choose this one?
This was my first match winner. I grabbed this for around 600 euros, but now it's not so widely spread. It's gone down a little. I think it's around 2.5k, but I just love it. You can also see his wings, his armor is golden.
Yeah.
And Tyr is a German old name you can see in the mythology. Yeah, I love it. And Tyr was a Nordic god in the mythology. He was part of the Aesir. The Aesir was a group of like type gods in the Nordic culture. He is the god of war. Like you can see his sword and his armor, and I just
amazing.
Also really complements the gold armor.
The artwork is just crazy on these.
Yeah.
And you can see like the detail, like it's way more detailed than regular Yu-Gi-Oh artwork back in the day.
All the first place match winners or the second place match winners, they are so special.
Yeah.
Look at these arts. You can see in the art there's so much story to tell. I mean, just look at it.
Yeah.
Don't get this with regular cards.
Absolutely.
And you can see the creator of these cards had to think, what put I in this artwork?
Yeah, it's not just random, right?
Yeah, it's not random. Although,
what is the population on these?
I think Testament and Tyr are around 150, 200 copies. There's no exact number, but these are very, very rare. Not as much as expensive as some of them, but definitely low pop. Chimera you can see most often. I think this goes around 150, 200 euros.
Yeah.
So it's around 500 copies still. Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah, next one is Agiba, the Malevolent Shinshio. He is an Asian type match winner. You can see in his art, he's based on Buddhism. You can see his weapons, and the thing on the right, the weapon is a holy spear wielded by the gods. The thing on the right is a stupa. It's a holy like temple in the Buddhism.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, Agiba is one of the 7 protectors of Japan. Yeah, and also Agiba is one of the 7 Japanese deities. He is the protector of Japan. That's not widely spread because Japanese lore or culture is so mixed.
And this one goes for around like 300-400?
I think all of them gone down a little. I pay for mine about $1,000, but it's around 500-600. Yeah,
600.
Like this.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have something very special. Not much people saw.
Okay.
I can show you this if you want to include it.
Yeah, sure.
It's the holy grail of the Matchwinner collection. Okay. It's the most rare one, and it's the most unique one. It's called Stardust Divinity. This one was released, the original copy in 2010, and the replica in 2011. 2011, the Fukushima accident has happened, and
there's a lot less copies.
There's a lot less copies. Yeah. Exactly.
There's estimated like 50, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I saw around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And the others one, I don't know. These type of cards, the replicas, are prize cards for regionals, locals, and other type of events. And because of this incident, this card hasn't surfaced at all and wasn't distributed as much. So it's really, really special. It's the first match winner from America or the USA. That's why it's a little bit NASA themed.
Yeah.
Stardust Divinity really resembles the Carina Nebula. It's a formation in space. It really resembles a man-like statue in space. The championship was held in the USA in Long Beach. Yeah, that's why it's...
That's why it has like less sandiness as well, right? Yeah.
You can also, the stars or the sandiness is golden because he's the first place.
Yeah. It's amazing. Gorgeous.
Next up, this
King Landia, right?
King Landia is a little bit different. Up to Stardust Divinity, all of them were based on mythology and space and culture.
Yeah.
But this one is the first match winner that's based on a country. So
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, this one was held in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And you can see on Landia he has a sword, a crown, which resembles the royal Dutch family. He also has in his right 7 arrows. These 7 arrows are a hint at the 7 regions of the Netherlands.
Interesting.
Also, his cape is blue and golden, and that's the original flag of the royal Dutch family.
That's gorgeous. Wow. Like, I mean, you can tell that these cards are like really well thought out.
Yeah, really. This one is a fan favorite. It's a level up from Blue Eyes.
Yes.
The legendary Dragon of White. This is a little bit different than the others because it doesn't match to a country or to a mythology. It's just an upgrade to Blue Eyes. It's one of the most rarer match winner cards behind Stardust Divinity. I think some Japanese collectors or international collectors don't let this go.
Yeah, they don't.
Just in their collection.
Even the sealed ultra rare is like one of the craziest, most expensive ones. The Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, they went up for sale recently in Japan. For around $350,000 for the 2 of them. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Next one is also an USA match winner.
And this is Vegas, right?
This is Vegas. You can see it. Grenobles, the Eternal City. You can see on this back, it's Las Vegas with casinos and all the big buildings, skylights, and...
This is amazing.
Yeah. I think also the turtle itself, it resembles the always marching a future for America. It's like a gear. It always steps forward.
And I think the second place for this was Pit Boss, right?
Yeah, Pit Boss is also...
That's also like a dealer, right? Like if you look at the artwork, it's like basically a dealer like shuffling cards. It's really cool.
It's really sad that second place match winners don't have Replica. They only have OCG prints. We come to this later. Most of them really complement each other. So with Pit Boss and Grenobles, I mean, Pit Boss could be in this artwork as well.
In there, exactly,
Next one is the first Italian match winner.
This was expensive too.
This was expensive too, but came way down.
Right?
Picked this up on Mercury for like 2,000 uses, I think, like this. But it's also pretty rare. I don't know why it came down. It has a really cool art.
And this is from the Romans, right?
The championship was held in Rimini, Italy. And you can see in the artwork, these are 2 wolves. They are called Romulus and Remus. These are the founders of Rome. So the story, Romulus and Remus wanted to build Rome, but they had fight over it, and there was a tragic death for one of them. This artwork you can see in soccer. There's a team, it's called AS Roma, and they also featured a wolf, a female wolf, which feeds 2 human kids. So basically these are that, Also their armor is highly inspired by the Roman Legion, and it's really lovely. I love it.
Gorgeous. So they skipped some, right? I'm pretty sure here, right after this guy.
Yeah, they skipped 15, 16 and 17. I love these artworks as well, but they only have the original print or the OCG print.
Do you have the second place of this?
I also have the second place of this, This is the first time they also released a replica for a second place. The information on these ones was a little bit hard to get together. I think Amatu is a little bit based off Dragon Ball. It's Shenron. Also, you can see a dragon in Asian type cultures pretty often, and mythology.
What's really cool is that Noritoshi is actually on the dragon's head right here.
Norito are incantations read by a ritual performer in Japan, and that's how the name comes together.
So it seems like he tamed the dragon, right?
His stance is also like the OG Dark Magician. I think it's pretty similar. That's also a fun fact, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the link type match winners are so easy to cheat out nowadays in the modern game.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why they're banned. Kaiser Eagle. This one is the first German match winner. The Black Eagle resembles die Henne. It's in German.
It's like a symbol, right?
It's a symbol of Germany.
In Germany, yeah.
You can see this in the Bundestag, in the parliament from the state. It's the most iconic symbol of Germany. It also has golden armor, black feathers, and some red in it. And that's also the colors of Germany. The
Black
fortress, the lore behind the castle. It's a castle in the Black Forest. First, I was thinking it's maybe Schloss Neuschwanstein, the most famous castle in Germany. It's some random castle in Germany. But you can see in the text, it's the Black Forest. That's a forest in Germany. The link ones are gone. Back to the effect monsters. Oh, I love this.
This is a beautiful art.
This one was the match winner from last year. They also released a second place of it. This was also in Japan, in Odaiba.
I see.
Yeah, you can see this in the second place artwork. But for the first place, it's also, you can see it, it's Dark Magician. He's facing the other way, but this highly resembles an old OG card from Dark Magician. Then the dragon, it's the first Dino type match winner. And this one is also based, or the lore is based on the hosting event from the World Championship. You can see the white skeleton on his back. It resembles the Rainbow Bridge, which connects Odaiba, this little island, with the mainland Tokyo. It's also white. It's highly neon lighted in the evening, and you can see in the background it's Odaiba back down there. You can see it maybe. Also, I think it's a reference to kaijus, which are a monster type in Yu-Gi-Oh. Also, they are feared by Japanese people.
Yeah, like the natural disasters, so they represent. Yeah, and then this is this year, right? Like we got this one just on time.
Yeah.
Right.
This is this year's replica. The original was won last year.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
This is called Elias, which is Seattle backwards.
Yeah.
Right.
Immediately as I saw this, it was leaked on Neuron.
Yeah.
So before we have had to see the cards, but then I was brainstorming what could this mean, and Elias, it's obviously Seattle backwards, and it's a Cybers type. You can see on its artwork, it's more tech-like. It's obviously a streamer or for Master Will,
of
I
course.
think.
Silicon Valley, stuff like that. Yeah.
And fun fact, Microsoft had its first headquarters in the area of Seattle. Yeah. That's why I think it's a little bit Easter egg, not intended, but I love it.
Amazing.
It looks different than the others, like bold, eagle-like creatures, but this is the new gen of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and it's always more tech. I love it. There's also a first place match winner, which complements this one.
The dragon, right?
Yeah.
Which is coming out, I think, in June, correct?
I think it's early May. Maybe I can grab this off my Japanese friend.
Yeah, this is like the hardest one to get. So if you can get this one, you could pretty much start like doing the rest.
Yeah.
Like if you guys watched my video where I said like how to start collecting, I told you get the big one first because you don't want to collect the smaller pieces and then you're stuck with trying to find a divinity, right? So go after the divinity first, get that one. Once you got that, then you can check the rest off because they just appear way more often.
Yeah. I think a whole set like this as mine, I didn't see that much often. I think I know around 5 people in the world which have the whole set. And I don't know if there's many more. Yeah, that's
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tyr.
No problem.
Really appreciate you.
Appreciate
thank you for sharing the collection with us. And where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm TyrTCG_TCG, and I'm mostly active there. I'm also in the Facebook high-end group for buying things and stuff, but I'm mostly active on Instagram. Yeah.
Thank you for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And if you guys want to support me further, you can shop at strictlysealed.com. You can pick up your TCG accessories there. That's pretty much it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you learned something. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.